Hello parents, students, and staff. I hope that everyone safely enjoyed the 3-day weekend and the Memorial Day holiday. Although Memorial Day was celebrated differently than it had been in the past, giving our thanks to those who served to ensure that we're able to enjoy our current freedoms is always appreciated. Last week, I thoroughly enjoyed attending some online video classes with some of our teachers and students. There is a lot of learning going on right now. Teachers were assessing and providing real-time feedback to students. It was great being back in the classroom. I also want to commend New Bedford High School teacher Takiro Nagayoshi, who is also the 2020 Massachusetts State Teacher of the Year. He was selected to present at the State Department of Education on Tuesday, May 26. He's representing our district well. We are entering our 10th week of distance learning, and we all like that the weather is getting warmer and the sun will be out a little bit more. We only have a few weeks left before school ends on June 18th. And I do understand that everyone wants to enjoy the air and the sunshine. But just think, we only have 3 more weeks. So please stick to the academic routine, logging into your online classes, and completing your assignments during school hours. I do fully understand that the desire to get outside and play and hang out, but students, the time you spend concentrating on your studies is really only a small percentage of your day. On average, students are normally scheduled to be in school for about 6.5 hours, or 390 minutes per day. Students, I'm asking, while you're home, focus on your academics to strengthen your future for 3.5 hours a day, or 195 minutes per day, which is actually half of your typical school day. I know this distance learning process has made interacting with one another and building relationships a little different. However, many of your teachers have been working to create high-quality learning opportunities to make sure that you are ready for next year. Things will be different in the future, and it will take a collective effort to ensure everyone's safety. We're evaluating all options as we plan for students to be back in schools this fall. We're utilizing guidance from the Centers for Disease Control, state and local health departments, and best practices from schools nationally and internationally. We're planning out the spacing for desks in classrooms. We're assessing room ventilation. We're looking into desk shields and face masks and face shields. We're reviewing our cleaning and disinfecting processes, looking into individual temperature checks and how we could get all that done, and many other things that will go into this process. Everything is being reviewed as the safety of our students and staff is priority number 1. We cannot control what happens, but we do have the ability to impact things and by protecting ourselves and those around us. We'll use technology to make some exciting things happen during this unique time. So let's again channel that energy, make it positive. We can use it as inspiration to think of ways to improve our futures. Parents, we have always been partners, but even more now in this new way of doing things. I appreciate that many of you have completed our survey about the remote learning process. Over 2,300 of you have completed it so far. So if you have not completed this survey yet, please check your email. It will take you less than 10 minutes. Your feedback on the remote learning process about how it's going, including what we can do to do better and if there are any supports you might need, is critically important. If you need any assistance in accessing the survey, again, please call our helpline 508-997-4515. Again, we cannot thank our healthcare providers enough for putting others first and to our educators who continue to balance the priorities. Several of our school nurses have been volunteering in healthcare centers, and it's great that so many of our families are taking advantage of the grab-and-go meals. Our food services team has given out over 144,000 meals so far. I cannot say enough about how important their efforts have been during this time to support students' well-being. We have shifted from just reinforcing skills and preventing learning loss to increasing engagement and including more online teaching interactions. Teachers are balancing their reinforcement of skills with the appropriate blend of adding new material. As you make this shift to incorporate more new material, we are preparing everyone for the fall. Over the last few weeks, I've seen some creative and high energy work by several of our teachers. The live online lessons I personally attended had a lot of student engagement and some direct instruction. There have been over 30 video remote lessons recorded by Cable Access, and we thank them for their continued partnership. This has been an outstanding show of the excellent teaching that is currently being done by our staff now and before we were engaged in this remote learning process. All students in grades 2 through 8 will take the end-of-year benchmark assessment in ELA and math. This will help us identify students' growth areas and their areas of need for support. Please let your teacher know if you have any technology issues as we prepare for these assessments. Remember, we are all in this together. I continue to be concerned for everyone's well-being as our students' educational success is extremely important. Again, please contact your teacher about your assignments and feedback, as the next few weeks are extremely important. Our summer programming will be done remotely starting July 6th. You'll be notified of the programmatical options in the coming days. Students will be keeping their Chromebooks or laptops for the duration of their summer programs, as most programming, if not all, will be done via online classes. Beginning June 1st, through a coordinated strict plan, parents will be allowed to collect students' items that were left in their schools, in their lockers and in their desks. Schools will be sharing the collection process and will answer any questions that you might have. So if you have not done so already, you have the opportunity to call the school if you haven't received any information. And just a couple of other reminders: visit my2020census.gov today to be counted, because you do matter. The information is secure and confidential. Please use your voice to make a difference. Any 8th grader planning to play a fall sport, boys, girls soccer, cross country, field hockey, football, golf, or volleyball at New Bedford High School next year, please email the athletic director, Tom Tarpey, ttarpey@newbedfordschools.org, to discuss fall sport options. Also, the City of New Bedford has launched a Mask NB partnership with the American Red Cross to promote mask use and help prevent the spread of COVID-19. The masks are free and will be provided to any city resident at a series of drive-through distribution events in May and June. To learn more, visit newbedford-ma.gov/emergency-management/masknb. Continue visiting your school's website, the district site, newbedfordschools.org, our Facebook page, and keep following us on Instagram and Twitter to stay updated. Again, please call our family support line at 508-997-4515 if you have any questions at all. Every one of us can and will make an impact. So let's use our positive energy to be compassionate and understanding. Let's do what's right, and remember to always be kind. A special thanks to our New Bedford Public Schools principals. Their leadership has been excellent, but especially now, as they have worked to guide their staffs and have been patient during this time of ever-changing expectations and fluid plans. Thank you for your leadership. Everyone, thank you for your continued understanding and support of New Bedford Public Schools. Please stay safe and think of others. Take care.